Today we're touring Huntington Bank Stadium, home of the University of Minnesota football team. That means we're on the beautiful campus of University of Minnesota up in Minneapolis, Minnesota, adjacent to the Mississippi River. Every photo you see today was taken by me, which is the case for all my videos. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, I appreciate that. You can like the video and write in the comment section what you like about this stadium. And with that, let's start the tour. Huntington Bank Stadium is a big upgrade from sharing the stadium with the Minnesota Vikings. It's relatively new as well. It opened back in 2009 and has a current capacity of 50,805. The stadium has two tiers of seating that wraps around 3/4 of the stadium. It actually reminds me a little bit of the Sun Devil Stadium back in the day before it went through its renovations. It has chairback seating on each side of the field going from end zone to end zone. The rest of the seating is just typical bleacher seating, no chairback. What I think is a great feature of the stadium is where they do have the chairback seating. It spells out Minnesota and it has the University of Minnesota logo. And then above that, they have the two banks of lights above. On the south side of the stadium, above the second tier of seating, they have a large multi-tier premium section of seating area that includes suites and club seats, and then along with a 3-tier press box. Adjacent to that, they have a small video board southeast corner by the luxury suites. The west side of the stadium is mostly open. You can see as you walk into the stadium from the west side, there's actually no seating that's above grade. This is entering in the stadium from grade. At this point, you're slightly above field level, so you can kind of see the field below. All the seating that's located on the west side is roughly from grade to the field, and it's I would say I counted, I think, maybe 10 rows of seats. The main benefit of not having seats on the west side of the end zone is you have a great view of downtown Minneapolis. So not having the seats there when you're looking across from the other side of the stadium, you can look out and see the view, and I think that's a plus. Boise State is very similar. There's not a lot of seating between the stadium and downtown and their stadium as well, so you get that great view of the downtown. What this does provide as well on the west side is this large open walking area on the ground floor. You can see the little bit of seating, and you have this large area. The other thing to note is the huge video board. That's something I always notice when I watch games here on TV. You have all this seating that's pretty symmetric, and then you get to this side and you have this very large video board standing by itself. The exit to the stadium is right at the video board, so if you walk behind the video board, you're actually outside the stadium. And on non-game day, if you want to come up to the stadium, you can walk right up to that video board. Huntington Bank Stadium has a beautiful brick and glass exterior. Like I've said before, anytime a stadium incorporates brick, I think it's great. It's a relatively simple design, and I think that the luxury seating and press boxes above the stadium really blends well with the exterior. You can see it here, so I think it's great architecture. Inside the stadium, a lot of the seating is pretty symmetric. It's very similar on 3/4 of the stadium mostly. That's the same for the exterior. The only real difference is once you get to the video board. Even that still has brick going down the supports, but you do have the large Minnesota logo on the back of the video board. If you're standing outside the stadium by that video board, if you turn around, you can see Williams Arena and a couple other arenas around. They have all their sports for Minnesota right in the same area. You have the basketball stadium, the hockey arena. So I think it's really great that you can come down to one area and that's all right there. As we wrap this tour up, a couple other things just to point out. I do think it's pretty impressive. They have an outdoor stadium for college football in Minneapolis. With that being said, though, the turf is artificial. And then here is a view on the west side of the stadium. Given all that open area for seating, they can actually expand the stadium up to 80,000 seats in the future if they wanted to. Every video I try to throw in a photo of myself at the stadium shows I was actually there. For this stadium, I was by myself, so I kind of had to do a photo of myself. So sorry for the quality. That takes us to the end of the tour. Until next time, take care.